Hello, everyone. This is Neil, and I'm just going to be frank with you that 90% of the internet is porn, and you can think about you can think what you want to think, but the only obvious truth is, the internet is full of destruction and full of malice and full of evil. And right now, 90% of it's porn. The rest of it is cruel and evil and violent and full of lies and curses and all that. And 0.2% of it is either good or true. And then there is that very like I would say thousands of videos, which is true to it's only true with truth. And There's a lot of porn in the internet. And this is actually the hardest sin to come off of. Satan knows that. So he's gonna use porn all over the internet just to tempt the person, and they'll be stuck forever because of the internet. And basically on the internet, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that is, there's a lot of stuff on the internet that is, how do I describe it? I mean, with the internet, with all that porn, I mean, all the internet, all that porn is, going somewhere, and you know, if it's that kind of addiction, I mean, Jesus specifically said that his judgment is against those who are immoral sexually, and it's obvious in gay sites and gay everything, and there's also YouTube with its porn pages. I mean, like I said, there's only dozens of thousands of videos that are true to the core, and I don't know, like quadrillions, really, are just trash, and even quadrillions are porn, and I would just say that I'm trying to help the internet, but sometimes I fail. So again, with this message saying that you need to just, you need to realize that there's going to be a lot of hatred with this site and all sites, of course. But I'm not just selling it to some random person that you need to, let's say, help yourself by connecting with God. I mean, with some people that need to, it's like the demon has something on their back that defeats them. They become very weak, and they use their last energy to fight off the addiction of porn. Yet those who are invisible to the enemy, they can only hide. What I mean is, you're not going to be able to use God as a gateway to escape the addiction of immorality. Instead, you're going to have to not use your flesh, but you're going to have to really understand that God is not going near filth. So you're going to have to pray and constantly pray that you have the strength. But nowadays, no one's going to be able to have the strength, because back then, it was, you know, back then there was no people showing themselves on the internet like that. Back then, there was actually, they were just animals, and people were not really being wicked and all that. I think I just cut out. I mean, there's, I mean, you know, people were not being wicked and all that. All over the people of the face of the earth, they were actually just hiding that wickedness. And basically, these people that were, I mean, hiding that stuff that of love, but it wasn't that addicting. It was just they could fight it off. But nowadays, we can never fight it off anymore. We're gonna have to hide. We're gonna have to hide from that stuff. Some people don't have the capability to hide. Some people don't have the capability to run away. And in the end, the carnival of porn has taken over you and has destroyed your soul. And you are, quite frank, quote unquote, defeated by the problem of form. But invisibility, pray for that. Pray for camouflage and invisibility, that you may defeat the wiles of the enemy, which is the reptile enemy, which is basically alluring people to it, the enemy of darkness. Because many people that go to all kinds of pages just to relieve their pressure, and then the whole entire world saying, "Oh, it's okay because we're sexual creatures." In reality, we're kind of not really sexual creatures. We're supposed to have at least 6 or 7 people per family, at least 6 or 7 children per family, if there really are such a thing. And there really is supposed to be 2 survivors, and 5 of them, they're not survivors. Because back then, you had to have that many children. Some of them had to survive. But nowadays, we don't have that problem. We have lots of luxuries. Some of them not luxuries at all. Because, all that we're seeing is 9% of the internet is porn. And there's very little that we can do except for hide. We can only hide in this huge circumstance. Hide from the enemy. If we hide from the enemy, then we have a fighting chance. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of battle going on in the heart and in the flesh, and in spirit especially, and even in the soul of your mind, especially in your mind as well. Because the spirit indwells you from the heavens, but especially some of them have spirits in their flesh that are making their spirit do way weird things. And obviously, I don't know. Free pornography probably came from a evil spirit involved in someone that, invented that. They probably made it legal. Because when people wallow in their sins, it's going to be a disaster. Because, there is a lot of evil in this world. And we're going to have to hide, not fight it off. Because we don't have the strength to fight it off. On the other hand, by hiding in God's face, we do have the strength to hide in God's presence. That's all we can do, is camouflage in God's promise and hide in God's presence. Alright, I'll be done now. Okay? Bye.